Maybe it's in the gutter where I left my lover.
YouTube, what's going on? It's your boy Wild Wiz, right? Welcome back to another video. Welcome back to Overwatch 2. This is going to be a video about how I got to GM. I'm currently GM 4 and how I got up there. So a little bit of tips and tricks as coming from a support POV. Number one, I want to suggest to all new players to learn a few different support heroes and don't be afraid to swap to help your team. You know, there's a lot of counters in this game, and sometimes if you want to play Zen and a Mercy and they realize you're the biggest threat on the team, they do like to pick on you. So don't ever be afraid to switch your character. It could help the team, and it could very well help you stay alive and help you guys win the team fight. The second thing is communication. Communication is always key in a team setting, whether it be Overwatch, sports, or really anything in life. Communicating with your teammates, even if they don't have a mic, that can very well help yourself be focused on the game and be aware of what's going on, ults, who's where, who's done what, different skills they have used, whether Ryan used both of his fire strikes and his sleep dart or anything like that. Communication is key and it will really help you. Second thing is, what I definitely like to do is picking out the most threatening target on that team and just using communication to let my team know, hey, we need to deal with this Pharah. Hey, we need to deal with the Zen or Ana in the back. They haven't died yet and they have a 10k healing. We should probably do something to counteract them so they can not be as effective as they are. Ana and Zen have a wonderful time when they can just sit in the back and shoot and heal their teammates, and Zen can just do damage without being contested. It makes his life so much easier. Zen is my favorite character to play, so I can contest to that. Now your team can do something, but if your team's not doing anything, what you can do for yourself is just try to get an angle in order to hit them. I often like to focus down the tank, especially when they don't have a shield, because if they don't have a tank, it's going to be hard for them to try to win a team fight. Having a good tank is very crucial in this game, and going further, it's always going to be a huge factor. So, for example, that was a very bad trance by me. I just got in with it a little too late for my Orisa there, but it's okay. So, going back to picking on the best player on their team, what you want to do is get angles. As for example, as Zenyatta, I know they're gonna come from one of two directions. They're either gonna go around the statue or they're gonna come straight to the point. That's why I'm angled where I am. If they decide to go around the statue, I often like to just wait for the Ana, wait for the backlines or whoever support, and try to pick them off with a charge attack before they get around that pillar. Or if they have a soldier or anyone, really whoever the main threat is, I try to focus that and try to avoid the Ryan shield, for example, because they did have a Ryan at one point. That's key thing you can do to help you do what maybe the DPS should be doing and targeting their best player, because if you target their best player and he's now no longer involved in the game, it makes things so much easier for you to win a game. So that's what I try to do often. I let my team know that, like, hey, we need to kill their Mercy because their Mercy has 12k healing and it's only been 3 minutes, so we should probably do something about that. And I try to do it myself. If I can't, again, I use communication, let my team know, and if they are nice enough, they will help me out with it. And as the Zenyatta, you call out your Discords, let them know, like, hey, there's a Tracer, there's a Discord on the end and the back. If you want to try and finish it off, I've hit her once with you. You can probably finish her off. But I want to touch back on swapping. You don't always have to swap right away. Maybe it's just a playstyle you have to switch. For example, instead of being such an aggressive Zen, maybe you gotta play in the back a little bit. If you're getting flanked all the time, maybe you gotta play a little closer to your team. You don't always have to switch right away, but I would suggest switching for multiple reasons. One being if you're being hard countered, like they have a Sombra, Genji, Tracer, and Winston all jumping you in the backlines, you should probably switch. However, if they only have like a Tracer, even though a Tracer can be hard to hit coming from a Zenyatta main, you don't necessarily need to switch unless it's become too overwhelming for yourself, in which case I would suggest you switching. Or if you just don't want to deal with it at all, you can just switch right away. I don't often switch right away unless it becomes a huge problem for my team and no one wants to help me in the back lines. So then I will just switch and make it easier on myself. Cool Moira, Lucio, or even Mercy, or whatever else I can use to help my team. I would probably go Mercy if I have a soldier who is popping off. And if he's popping off, I'll go Mercy and help him go even crazier, which is a good thing about swapping, is you can enable your best DPS or your better DPS or even your tank. If my wrist is just going crazy, you know, I wouldn't mind pocketing her and letting her like carry the team. Even if one of your DPS is lacking, that's a benefit of making sure you swap. Same and to the scenario. Same with, you know, maybe I want to swap on the Ana, or maybe they have a Zen Ana in the back lines. I'll switch to Moira. That way my damage orbs can probably do something to them in the back lines. That way they're low on health and Ana has to use her nade on herself instead of her tank. And it's just minor things like that, assessing the situation and making swaps from there, and just constantly communicating as much as possible, even if someone's not listening or even if someone's not talking back to you, letting you know what's going on. You can still do that. But this is another tips and tricks video from your boy Wow is Right. Please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Leave a comment. Let me know what you thought. Let me know of any other tips you have for yourself that can help you get to GM like the rest of us. I wish you guys best of luck, and I hope you guys have a good day. Bye.
Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face. Tell me that you love me, even if it's fake.